What's up, everybody? I'm here with Trading Forex Legends, the best room in the world. I'm the best, one of the best traders in the world because I know some great traders and they all do their own things. But I got the best room in the world because I'm here teaching you step by step moves you should take, taking my time out to help you. And yes, there is a time period, but this is what I do. My name is Julian, and I've been in several chat rows before, several rooms before, and I helped tons of people, and I made plenty of money here. But I have a room that I'm starting. It's at 8 o'clock CDT time, and I also have another time frame at like 10, like 9 at night. But anyways, though, Um, what I'm doing here is just annotating some moves. This is a live session, right? And I'm pretty much saying that this USD CAD, when it gets to this top of this 1 hour, you know, we're looking to take this to the downside, okay? And I can explain to you why we'll take it down. And here's the reason why on the USD CAD. On the USD CAD to the downside, basically what I use is these green lines and I call it the green money goal line. It's just 100 moving average, but I got it a special certain type of way. Can't give you all the juice, right? And basically, the way you use it is when the trend is down. For example, the trend is down long term, and it's gonna go to the downside. The trend is down. So I'm looking for bounces, you can say, off the green money goal line. This green line up here, which is 100 MA once again. But also with these other indicators, with the other Bollinger Bands I have set up is a reason why. So being at the top of the bands, right? You see the three lines, three purple bands. Being at the top of the bands here, at the top of the bands here, I feel like it's due for a retracement back into the downside. Okay, and the trend is down. When you look long termly, the trend is down. The trend is down, and it's off this 4 hour orange rope. Now that 4 hour orange line, that's that's my main thing where I'm bouncing out and looking at this how this works with the strategy. And yeah, so pretty much that's like the 8 or 9 MA. But pretty much how it works is that you just take bounces off of it, and then you'll see me pointing to the downside. Now the thing about my room is that I have awesome correlation with the chart. So you see pound USD, you see USD CAD, and you see the pound JPY. So pretty much when this was going down, that means the pound USD is heading to the upside. So most of the times the pound JPY will head as well, being at the bottom here. It's not as close to the 4 hour orange line as we would like it to take it to the upside. So there still could be a little pushage, but eventually it looks right that this is going to bounce up. The pound USD is going to bounce back up, being at the bottom, being at the bottom. Okay, so I have some signals here, and I'm gonna go on and explain more about the green money goal line of just how to work it because I use a formula called aggregation, and basically what it means is just like adding up the time frames, to get a real basis, a bias of where I'm gonna head and trade. Okay, and so that means that I got my bias long term. I'm looking long term. I see the trend is up here. I see it's kind of pointing to the downside, kind of pointing to the downside, right? And then a lot of the times I'll go back and I'll count my green money goal lines to see where it's at. So that's under 3, 4. So 5. So right now the trend on the pound USD is going to the downside. No hesitation. But whenever I look at this weekly, whenever I look at these other signals, what am I waiting for? Since it's being at the bottom of the band, if this was to somehow pass and go up from the bottom of the bands to the top of the bands, which is the main strategy. You trade from the bottom of the bands to the top of the bands, no matter what it is. Even on the pound JPY, you trade from the bottom of the bands to the top of the bands. USD CAD. You trade from the top of the band to the bottom of the band, which is way down here. Okay, so that's just the main gist of it. Let me go ahead and show you where I put signals at. This is where it's all live. So as you see, I'm putting a USD CAD signal to the downside on the 15-minute chart. It's about to reach a new high. This is called like a second move. After it has went down and went up to meet almost a high, it's gonna head back down. And it's the same thing on the pound USD. It already went up to the 5-minute orange lines, coming back down to give us another entry, another bounce. And those are my trade. Also on the pound JPY, if you're looking off the 15 at 50, it'd be a perfect entry to the upside. And that's what we do. So let's just zoom a little bit, and you can see I open at 8 o'clock, right? So at 8 o'clock, if you're coming in my room, you'll be seeing these signals that I'm posting. So you can just get in as soon as 8 o'clock came, and you would be in the money. So let's go forward a little bit. 5 minutes into the future, we see the trade on the pound USD has gone up, and the USD CAD has gone down, and the pound JPY has gone up. Now, so what I'm saying is, when you take your trades from the bottom of the bands, you should be hoping it goes to the top of the band. So right here is a 40 pip move here. So 40 pip move on the pound USD, and then to the downside you see like a 30 pip move. So sometimes I'll still hold it in my trade, even if I took it right here and I got like 5 pips here. Sometimes I'll still hold in my trades. Whenever I get like 10 pips, is a little bit different. If it goes for 10 pips, I might cash them out. If it comes back, and I might re-enter again. But like I said, this is only 5 minutes in, and then boom, there's another 5 minutes in. So now I really look smart, right? Now I really look smart going to the upside. Let's just zoom in a little bit more where opening bell is. Boom. So that's opening bell, 8:30. You know, the markets are officially open, and the pound USD has went up those 40 pips. And the thing is, it's not even done yet, right? Now we look like a complete genius because we caught out these moves, we had the signals, and what? We're not scared. We're scalping from this point. We're taking it from the 5-minute orange line. We're doing everything we got to do. So I'll show you one more signal here. Perfect. This is what we call a continuation of a move. And pretty much here, the trend is now almost pointing to the upside. Let's go by the count them. 1 is up. This is right here, so we can go past it. That means 2 would almost be up. 3 is up. 4, 5, 6, 7. So with this being said on the 1-minute chart, this is doji candle, perfect signal for a reversal. It's at the bottom of our Bollinger Band, so that's perfect entry because the Bollinger Bands are our entries. And it's on the 5-minute green money gold line. It's going to go past the 1. It's on the 15-minute orange line, and that's what we use to bounce off a lot. It's on the 30-minute orange line, and that's what we use to bounce off a lot. But most importantly, it came down to the 1-hour orange road. That's why my signals are blue. The charts are blue on this side. To get your eyes over to the right side. Get your eyes long term, because now it's 9:15. You're on the 1-hour orange line, and that correlates really well. Listen, if you in my room and you understand, the 1-hour orange line correlates really well with this 5-minute. So the fact that the price is right here and I can see a clear bounce, I know in my heart that it's gonna most likely go up. So I would risk this trade and do a 5 to 10 pip stop loss and just take it up, trying to go back up to the 40s area, right? Another thing is that in this area, it's also on the 15-minute orange line. Just bear with me. It's on the 15-minute orange line. So that means it's really close to the 1 minute green money go line. Okay. So however those moving averages break down to use one another, for some reason, that's what happens. One on the 1 hour, it's on the 5 minute green money go line. On the 15-minute orange line, it's on the 1 minute green line. So that's just how it happens. That's just how I use my formula, and that's how I know it works. So we get this move, and then I'm gonna show the end result because to be honest, it just keeps going to the upside. It just keeps winning. It just keeps winning. It just keeps winning. And then actually it even goes up to 1.37. So these are the signals that I give. It's off the green money goal line, and pretty much that's how I trade. So on the USD CAD, let's say this was your trade, okay, from up here 60 area all the way down to 46, which is a nice trade, don't get me wrong. And then now it still wants to go to the upside. Where does it go? Right back up to the upside, right back to the same price. It wants to do what we call a second move to the downside, and that's exactly what it did. The second move, same price almost, and back down she goes. And I was looking at this like, man, this USD CAD is having some problems. Like these were like 10 pip moves for some reason, but here it goes again, same price before it finally flows. And I'll tell you now that it's way down there. So even one entry is perfect up here at the BB bands, especially when you're on the 15-minute orange line. Just to explain this pound JPY. Here's one, here's two, here's three trades off the 15-minute line here. They're at the bottom of the bands, at the bottom. It went through these middle ones because we always want to be at the top of the bottoms, but here it is here. So